Goat with me, of course. I don't go anywhere without my goat. And
Mhm.
I'm so excited to talk to you all about Ghana today.
Yeah.
All
Mhm.
right. Yeah, this is an interesting story. It's also a sensitive story, so I've got to be careful in how I present this. And so please cut me some slack. I'll do my best. Uh,
Okay.
So let me jump in here. So I had some technical problems. Actually, Alex called me a few minutes before the meeting started, and I had to sort of cut him off because my computer's acting a little goofy. Hopefully, I have it working okay. So let's give it a show here. All right, Alex, you might have to help me here. I'm going to share my screen.
Yeah, I'm here, Lou.
All right, and hold on. I'm going to share everything, and I know I need to share my audio as
Yeah,
well.
you already hit share sound or no?
Let's try this again.
Yeah. So stop sharing your screen.
Okay, let's try that again. I'm so
Hit
grateful to
share.
have Alex.
Yep, hit
Uh,
share screen,
okay, so I'll
and then
share
at the bottom
screen.
left, you see it says share.
Bottom left.
Sound.
Thank you,
Yes,
Alex. You're so great. Thank you.
no problem, Lou.
All right. All right. So hopefully you all can see it.
We can see your desktop,
Oh,
and you're about to go to Google Maps.
so I'm going to start this meeting off, maybe every time now, starting off where we live here. Okay. So let's see here. Give me just a moment. Um, All right, so everybody can see that. Everybody knows that we live here in Washington, D.C., of course. And we have our friendly Google Maps here, which allows us to zoom out. Now, this story, this is a sort of my story, I guess. I took a few trips to Ghana, and I'll tell you
Yes.
more about that in a second. This is when I led something called Technology for Development for World Vision, large international development organization. But before I went to Ghana, I had to go on a trip to Germany. And so, Germany was a sensitive place. It might be sort of my Ghana because I was raised in a Jewish family. And so before going to Germany, I uh, I told my dad, who was alive at the time, that I was going to research a little bit about his family who was lost in the Holocaust before going to Germany because I wanted to see if I can go to their town.
Mhm.
And so I did all this research. So I took this trip to Germany. So everybody know where Germany is, right here.
Yep.
So I took this trip to Germany and I did all this research for my dad. He always wanted to know more, but he wasn't very good with computers.
Right there.
Passed a while back. But I did some research and I found out that his little village they were from. I did all kinds of translation work. Was from Yalofka, and that was his mother. His mother called it Yalofka, and I couldn't find Yalofka. But after tons of research, I finally found it, and it's actually spelled Jalauka, it's like right around here on the Russian-Polish border.
Mm.
So I did all this research about it. I knew that his mom lost like 6 of her 8 siblings there. I knew that she went back there and brought back one of her siblings who survived, and her name was Aunt Pearl. We used to have chicken soup at Aunt Pearl's house when I was little. And so those two survived, but pretty much the other 6 kids in their family and their parents were all killed. And so they were from Jalofka. So I said, okay, I'm going to take a train trip from where I was going in Germany to go to that town because nobody in my family had ever been there before, and I wanted to go. And so the more research I did, though, the more I found out that a lot of the people who were from this area actually supported the Germans in the Holocaust that happened, and they were there and their ancestors there, but none of my ancestors were there anymore. So I said, well, you know what, I really don't want to go there, and so I decided not to go. So that's my little story. So so shortly after that, we won a contract to do business process outsourcing in Africa. Does anybody know what business process outsourcing is? Anybody hear of BPO, business process outsourcing?
I think it means you go over and help them find businesses that will work with them.
Well, that's actually a really good guess, and it's sort of correct. But maybe to be more precise, do you all ever call like T-Mobile support or AT&T mobile support, and you get somebody in India or somebody in Philippines? Ever happen to you all?
All the time.
All the time. Right. So business process outsourcing is when a business will outsource their work to an area where the wages are lower in order to get the work done at a lower cost. And that's, that might sound a little, I don't know what the right word is. It might not sound good, but it actually helps a lot of countries lift themselves out of poverty. For example, the biggest BPO country in the world, business process is which one? Who said that?
I said it. Nigeria.
India. Yeah, India is huge. Yep. And then the Philippines is huge.
Yeah.
Seems like every other person from the Philippines. And so the idea became, this is back in 2009, of well, let's see, and it lifted India out of poverty to some degree. I mean, a lot of folks got lifted out of poverty. It became an entry point to getting a better job when there were no jobs before that. Same with the Philippines. So the thought was, well, why can't we do this with nations in Africa? So we won a big grant, and we won the grant actually with the Rockefeller Foundation in Kenya. That's where the headquarters was for Africa. And we won the contract to analyze all the areas of Africa where we could do business process outsourcing for American companies. So if you were going to do that in Africa, like, what would be one or two things you would want to look for if you wanted to do business process outsourcing in Africa? What would be like one or two things you want to make sure?
A good labor force.
Was that?
A good labor force.
Good labor force, right? So an educated labor force would be, good, and so we look for countries that had good education. And a lot of African countries actually have pretty good, education up to secondary, up to primary, and then secondary. Anything else? Well, for one of them speaking English, they needed to speak English.
Oh, okay.
It depends. So we were looking for business process outsourcing for America, and we speak English mainly in America. So, for example, if you went to Togo, they speak French. Togo's right here. Cameroon, they speak French. Senegal, they speak French. So we weren't going to be going to any French countries. But Ghana they speak English in Ghana. So that became, the good education, they have good labor force. It's a stable country. It's not like DRC Congo, which is pretty unstable. It's a stable country, so that as we built this out, we knew that there wouldn't be political turmoil that could end it. So we picked Ghana. So that began my journey into Ghana. And this is like about a year after the Germany thing, right? So here we are zooming into Ghana. And so we did the program in Accra in Ghana, which is the capital, but we didn't do it in Accra. So I'm gonna play you all a quick video, if I can, about just a moment, about Ghana. So just let me get to this for a moment. So this is actually my favorite picture of Ghana, if you all can see this. It's a magical place, magical place. So I'm gonna skip to the beginning here. This is an overview of Ghana.
My name is Princess Umu Hatia. I am the globe-trotting princess and author. Welcome to my city, Accra. Accra is the capital of Ghana. Now, today I'm taking you on a tour to various places in the city.
Oops, sorry about that. I messed up.
My name is Princess Umu Hatia. I am the globe-trotting princess and author. Welcome to my city, Accra. Accra is the capital of Ghana. Now, today I'm taking you on a tour to various places in the city.
You can see Ghana's a modern
Accra
city.
is a bustling,
Or
busy
Accra.
city where people
Mhm.
are kind and friendly and would help you. Accra is definitely the place to be. We're currently at the Independence Square in Accra. Now, the Independence Square is the second largest square in the world after Tiananmen Square. Now, currently this place is empty, but during Independence Day celebrations, the place is packed. There's so many people colorfully dressed to celebrate our independence, which we got from the British on the 6th of March in 1957. Mazera restaurant in Osu is the best
Yeah.
place to visit for
My
authentic
friend.
There it is.
dishes. They have a wide choice of Ghanaian dishes. They have banku, tilapia, fufu, and goat meat, light soup. And these are all delicacies we eat on a normal basis. The spices, we use a lot of ginger, a lot of garlic, but also the way it's prepared. I think that also makes Ghanaian food even extra special.
We're
Oh,
talking
what I
about
had to look through. Good.
we're looking at Ghana.
Accra has
we're in the
had
capital
about
of
4
Ghana,
million,
for
people.
sure.
Accra is a major economic trading hub of Ghana. We're in Makola Market. Makola Market is the second largest
Yes.
market in West Africa.
That's an amazing place, this Makola Market.
Yes, uh-huh.
Oh,
So they don't have big malls like we go to, or they don't have a
But-
Giant or Safeway or any of that stuff.
mhm.
But it's a lot more fun buying all the stuff there. Let me tell you that.
I
Yes,
bet
it
it is.
is.
Come to buy all my fabrics, food stuff. It's a busy, bustly place. It's a lovely place to come. So if you want to get any souvenirs, Makola Market is the place to come. Now,
Yes,
come
it
on with
is.
me.
Aquaba, Aquaba, oh sister, I know be your brider, 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 brider. Give me one chance, make I be a fighter, fighter, provider. Go to for my man, make I be a pasta, pasta.
Good afternoon.
Look at all
Exactly.
cloth.
These are colorful Ghanaian fabrics. This is a kente
Yes.
fabric, which we wear for various
I got
occasions.
Kenta.
And there are also some
whoa,
cloths
it's so
where we wear for
beautiful.
funerals
That's
and
where I
various
bought my stuff
ceremonies.
from when I was in
Hey,
Ghana.
we here
All right.
of Accra. I look forward to seeing you in Accra, Ghana very soon. Bye-bye for now.
Oh, wow.
Great. So as you can see, Accra is a modern city. It's got a very vibrant culture. People are so fun loving and it's just, electric to be there.
Mhm.
Any thoughts or from the group here about it?
Well, I don't know if I should speak or not.
Sure.
It's
so beautiful.
Yes,
was
it is.
beautiful.
Well, like I said, in 2000, that's where I went at. I went to Ghana and we was in that market and I bought several outfits from out there and all. But I found out when I got over to where they lived at in the little rural areas, the cheapest things were when people made it for you right there.
Oh,
So I had a young girl to make me my Kenta outfit, right there in her house. 16-year-old girl made me a 4-piece outfit, within 2 days. She sold it right there in my face and all.
oh.
Wow.
But I went there. It was enjoyable.
Did you enjoy
Wow.
the food?
Yeah, yes, I've already saved to go back because we took it as an educational trip for Black History.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
where our
wow.
ancestors came from. You know, we was doing that, and that's for our Black history. So we supposed to be going back there, either to Kenya. So I want to go back to both of them.
Nice.
Oh.
So last time I paid what $2,000 some dollars. So I'm still saving for either one. But
That's a good
what
price,
goes.
actually. That's a good
Mm.
price.
Yes,
That's
it was.
good.
Is that for a group?
That was individual group price. Mhm.
Uh-huh. That's what I was asking.
Yeah,
Individual.
but we
group.
went nonstop, 20 hours nonstop, and all. And
Oh.
we had choice of with a hotel with some Pink Hotel, but we got full. It was full tour something was included in that. That was my first time ever flying, but I loved it. I loved it. Mhm.
Nice, nice. And it looks like Janelle Gray or Bridget is her hand up. I hope Alex is on the
My
line.
hand is up.
Yeah.
My hand is up.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this is Bridget. When they showed the kente cloth, I just wanted to share with you guys that I do. I'm getting ready for a vendor sale, and I made a kente cloth band.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Mhm.
I you my Kendall cloth bag.
Look at that.
So this was made, and I'll be selling this tomorrow
Okay.
Oh.
at one of our members' church.
That looks so nice, Bridget.
Mhm.
That
Thank
is
you.
so beautiful, Bridget. That is incredible.
Okay,
I
thank you.
can't
so
see it.
much.
I can't see it.
I can't see it.
Okay,
I can't
can
see
you
it,
see
Bridget.
now?
He's
Yeah,
not
now we
showing
can
her
see it.
screen.
You got to get the light on it.
Still
Beautiful.
can't see it.
I
You
saw
got,
it.
you got to go into
Oh,
your
I
gallery.
see it now. I see it now.
But
Uh-huh.
yes, you're able to, you guys are able to
Yeah.
see that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the back of it.
Yes, Bridget.
That go with
Thanks
my
so much
whole
for
outfit, my
sharing.
head wrap and all.
Oh, I think
well,
I think I can
I'll-
pin this, right?
Huh?
No, I already spotlighted it, Lufer, so folks should be able to see it at the bottom. But
you.
yes.
Can't see it.
Alex, thank you.
Uh-huh. I see it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All
You
right,
see
well
it, Brenda?
let's continue our trip here. Thanks for your comments. So when you do development work, you don't go to the big cities, or you go to the areas where people are in the greatest need.
Yeah.
In Africa, in most cases, that's the rural areas.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
In most cases, they do have some urban areas where there's great need. So here we are heading out to the rural areas, leaving the city.
Should get this side.
Yeah, I should.
You get
Oh.
this way.
So that gives you a little bit of an idea of what the rural areas are like.
Mm-hmm.
And then let me see what this next video is. Oh,
Yes. Coast.
okay. So unfortunately, I don't have a lot of pictures of the rural areas because I didn't take them. But we did finally make it to the coast. And so here we are right on the coast, and it is just drop dead gorgeous. Watch.
This is Steven Shira. Steve, where are we? My dear friend, Steven Shira.
Ivory Coast.
By the Atlantic Ocean at a place called Cape Coast in Ghana, West Africa.
My brother, let's walk around and see the area.
Absolutely awesome.
So here we are. This is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. Here we are on the Ghana coast. Oh, one of our brothers here. Who is that person? What is your name, sir?
Oh, my name?
Who are you?
Kofi.
Kofi, how Kofi? Let's talk over here.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you fishermen? Can I take your picture? Is that okay?
Oh, you can take it.
Okay. What is this? Your boat?
No, it's not my boat.
Wow. Boat. Can you use this?
Yeah.
To go into the ocean?
Yeah.
So do you fish here? What kind of fish do you catch?
Do you want to buy some?
No. What kind of fish do you catch?
No, it's a different taste.
Different taste?
Yes, yeah.
Wow. Do you know what kind of fish it is? What kind of fish?
We got the Colombia, and then what do you call it? Oh, it's a different fish.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna walk up the beach. Thank you. What's your name?
I'm Pat.
Amipas?
Yeah, Pat.
I'm Lou.
Lou.
Lou. He's Pat.
Oh, what a fun.
All right.
Yeah, that's noise.
Daniel, come here and look. This probably look like Ghana rain. Here.
Any
get off
comments
the-
about
off
that
the
video
coast.
from anybody? Any comments?
Look.
Just that it's
Does
beautiful.
your beach look like that? Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It
It's
is beautiful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is
And
there
the fish-
anything unusual that you saw or heard? Anything unusual?
The trees are unusual. You know, the way the trees grow up so skinny.
A palm
Yeah.
tree.
That's a palm tree?
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh,
Really unusual.
Those are coconut trees.
those are coconut trees.
Coconut
Oh,
trees.
okay.
Now, does it
All
count?
right.
Mm.
Anything unusual that you see? There's two things that happened that I thought were unusual when I went there.
Well, the water's so clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not what I was thinking though.
The boat, the one, what do they call their boats? Just
I don't
boats?
know. I don't know, but maybe somebody could look it up on Google. I don't know.
Well, I think what happened is he wasn't speaking English.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, that's actually it. That you could go up to anybody in Ghana and talk to them in English. That is really unusual anywhere that I've been in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, even though English might be their primary language, the main language is usually the local language.
Right, the local,
and they struggle with English. But in Ghana, everybody speaks perfect English. It's just amazing.
It must be their main language then. One of
Yeah,
their main not the main language, but one of their main languages.
Yeah, you see how I just walked up to that guy? I didn't know who he was. And I
Yeah.
could just talk English to him just like I was in America. That is, so that makes Ghana an easy place to visit if you're, if you only speak English.
Right.
It makes it an easy place. The second thing I thought was amazing is I have never been to a beach that beautiful that didn't have high-rise hotels on it. It was all built.
Oh, yes. Mhm.
I mean, that beach, as far as you could see, was absolutely gorgeous. And there was not one single high-rise hotel or anything like that.
And no,
And there wasn't any people on there either.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's
there
coming.
wasn't any trash on the beach.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go through a couple pictures here just to keep moving. So that, again, this is my favorite picture in Ghana. It was on my phone for years. I put it on my main picture. There's a boat.
Oh, look at that. That is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
No hotels, as far as the eye can see. That's me. I need to lose some weight in that picture. That's me and Steven. Shearer. That's
You
me
look
and Steve.
good. You look good.
Oh, thanks.
Mhm.
And then here's a picture from higher up.
So that's where most of the people are, higher up.
Well, no, I just took the picture from higher up. You'll see in a second where I took it from.
Oh, okay.
And then I just got more pictures along the coast here. All right, so now we're going to go into something else here, because along the coast there is this thing right here. Does anybody know what this is?
Is that the hotel?
That is the place where there's the door of no return. Yes, it
is.
Also
Right.
known
Is
as
it?
El Camino Calcio.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So I was there in 2010, and I was there just a couple of days after President Obama was there. He brought his whole family there.
Oh.
And he was there twice. Yeah, so I'm gonna play a video for you that explains a little bit
Lou,
about
so let me just clarify something, Lou. So the door of no return is in Ghana and not Senegal?
It's in Ghana.
Yeah, there's a door of no return for sure in Ghana, and there's one in the Senegal also. They have a fort there on Goree Island.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And wasn't this area controlled by the British?
This is a British fort. Yes. This is all British right here.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna play you a video here. This is about President Obama's trip there. So I'm gonna play this video.
I'm Anderson Cooper in Cape Coast, Ghana, and this is a special edition of 360, President Obama's African Journey. We're coming to you from Cape Coast.
That's Anderson.
Several fortresses along the West African coast, through which an estimated 10 to 40 million enslaved Africans were shipped off to the New World. Many of those, of course, ending up in America.
40 million.
The president came here as part of a presidential trip, his first presidential trip to sub-Saharan Africa. But it's also a trip that is in many ways deeply personal for President Obama.
Look at his daughter.
It encompasses both the politics of today and the still painful memories of our past.
As you walk around this castle, what goes through your mind?
Well, obviously, it's a powerful moment for not just myself, but I think for Michelle and the girls. You know, I'm reminded of the same feeling I got when I went to Buchenwald with Elie Wiesel. You know, you almost feel as if the walls can speak. And you try to project yourself into these incredibly harrowing moments that people go through.
How'd you explain it to Sasha Malia?
Well, you know, you try to explain that people were willing to degrade others because they appeared differently, and you know, you tried to actually get them to engage in the imaginative act of what it would be like if they were snatched away from mom and dad and sent to some place they had never seen before. But you know, part of what you also try to do with kids is to get them to imagine themselves on the other side as being the slave merchant, and you know, that slave merchant would have brought their children and gone to that you know, place of worship up right above the dungeon, and get them to make sure that they're constantly asking themselves questions about whether they're treating people fairly and whether they are examining their own behavior and how it affects others.
That's something you referenced actually during the campaign in your speech on race about your own wife, about Mrs. Obama. You said that she has the blood of slaves and also slave owners.
Right.
How did she respond to being here?
You know, I haven't had a chance to process it yet. I think, you know, we were both listening and talking to the children, but I can't imagine that for her mother who's with us, our children's godmother who's with us, all of whom, you know, are direct descendants of slaves, that seeing that portal doesn't send a powerful message.
It does.
You know, the kinds of emotions that must be evoked. On the one hand, you know, it's through this door that the journey of the African American experience begins, and you know, Michelle and her family.
And this generation, they don't know that. You know, they won't respect that.
They're not taught that.
They're not taught that. That's right.
Exactly. The history that white men have passed on to our children does not include what happened in Africa.
Right. And now they want to take it out of the school system.
Exactly.
You know, about teaching Black history.
Not only that, but also the American Indian.
Yes, the American Indians, yes.
You know, what happened to the African people also happened here in this country to the American Indian.
Yes, definitely. And still is.
It's still going on.
Still going on.
We're so worried about Ukraine and Israel. But
Yes.
the one place we don't seem to be caring about is this
Mhm.
country and the danger that this
Yeah.
country has done.
Yeah, and won't accept it and won't help us to get better, you know?
No.
See what you started, Lou?
Yeah, no, I just want to encourage
I'm
the discussion.
sorry.
No,
No, you
But you
didn't
know-
start anything. We
No,
have
when-
that down in our.
No,
You
no.
know,
I mean, I
when
think
I
it's
see
a
that
wonderful discussion.
portal, when I see that portal, it just reminds me of how grateful I am that I
That's
was
right.
born in,
Yeah,
born
I'm
in this
grateful
country.
too. Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
grateful. How grateful
I'm grateful
I am
too.
born in this. And my ancestors born in this country. Mm-hmm.
I'll pick it up
Were
again.
being
Here you
shipped to the New World, being shipped to America. They were kidnapped from their homes, taken from their villages, ripped from their families. And as soon as they were brought here, the men were separated from the women.
Door of no return, through which hundreds of thousands of slaves were sent.
And on the other end, obviously, there's a sense of what a profound sorrow
Big black door.
felt.
Yeah.
People were
Good on you.
the great unknown.
There you go.
There it is.
Still has resonance in America.
Oh, Lord. There you go.
Experience still is something that should be talked about and should be remembered and should be present in everyday life.
Well, you know, I think that the experience of slavery is like the experience of the Holocaust. I think it's one of those things you don't forget about. I think it's important that the way we think about it and the way it is not one in which there's simply a victim and a victimizer, and that's the end of the story. I think the way it has to be thought about, the reason it's relevant is because whether it's what's happening in Darfur or what's happening in the Congo or what's happening in
America.
too many places around the world, you know, the capacity for cruelty still exists. The capacity for
It
destruction
does.
still exists. The capacity to think about people who are different, not just on the basis of race, but on the basis of religion or the basis of sexual orientation or gender still exists. And so, you know, trying to use these kinds of extraordinary moments to widen the lens and make sure that we're all reflecting on how we're treating each other, I think is something that I want my kids to think about, and I want every child to think about.
They say this is the door of return for African Americans who are
Yes.
in Ghana, and I talked
I ain't go through that door.
coming here is such a powerful experience. She actually decided to move here. Now, you've met with many African Americans who decided to move here. Do you understand? They say that there's a sense of coming home. Do you understand that feeling?
Well, you know, I will tell you, the first time that I traveled to Africa, I think that there is a special sense for African Americans of somehow connecting up with a part of yourself that you might not have even been aware was there. Now, obviously, for me, it was different because I was directly meeting relatives and learning about a father I didn't know. But I do think there's a sense for a lot of African Americans that it's a profound, life-changing experience. The interesting thing, though, is, you know, I've met a lot of white Americans who come to Africa and say it was a life-changing experience for them too.
This is the home where everyone comes from.
Yeah, exactly. And there is a powerful
Jim, you gonna make me a salad?
of tapping into something very
No.
about
So once you
Africa.
come, you sort of always come back.
Yeah, you do. So, but I do think that you know, the spirit, particularly of a place like Ghana, where you know, for all the difficulties it's still going through, the people are just incredibly open and friendly and welcoming. I think that makes a difference for a lot of people who, you know, maybe African Americans who feel somehow that they never fully belong. And the only thing I would say, though, is there's a flip side to this, which is I know an awful lot of African Americans who come to Africa, are profoundly moved, but also realize how American they are when they're here, and recognize that they could never live here. And that's part of the African American experience. You are, in some ways, connected to this distant land, but on the other end, you're about as American as it gets. In some ways, African Americans are more fundamentally rooted in the American experience because they don't have a recent immigrant experience to draw on. It's that unique African American culture that has existed in North America for hundreds of years.
Great! Wow, there was some great. You know what? I miss having an eloquent president like that. Man, is it nice to hear his voice?
Yes.
Isn't it nice to hear his
you.
voice? Oh my gosh.
We all miss him.
We all miss him.
I'm struggling with that answer, though.
It puts tears in my eyes right now.
In my heart, it puts it in my heart. Yes.
That's not president. Yes.
All right, well, let's continue our journey here, folks, as we are running out of time.
Yes. Let's keep moving.
Oh my! Now I lost for some reason. I lost. Oh, there it is. Now it came back. Okay. So I'm going to get into something sort of sensitive. Can anybody talk to us about what triangular trade is? Anybody ever hear that term before?
I've heard that term before, and it's a route that the slave traders took from like South America to North America, and it's a triangular route that slave trades was done on.
Yeah, that's part of what I'm thinking of, and I'll jump in because we're running out of time. We're going to run out of time. So a little bit of my story that happened here. So I was on a plane trip after I went to Ghana, and I sat next to an African American woman, and I told her about how incredible Ghana was. But I also told her about my experience with the Holocaust and my father, my family, and how I did this research. And I didn't really want to go back to the community that my ancestors were from, because none of them were there, but especially because the people that were there were the descendants of people that, were part of the process of annihilating them, killing them. And I just didn't want to support that. And you know what this African American woman said to me, and it just knocked my socks off. It knocked my socks off. She said she had never been to Africa before. She said to me, well, don't you think I feel the same way as you? I said, whoa.
They didn't go.
Whoa. So that's my intro to triangular trade, is what she said to me. So what triangular trade was, from my understanding, is, let's take England, because we're dealing with Ghana, and that's where England did its stuff. What England would do is they would transport manufactured goods, mainly guns, to Ghana.
Yep.
They'd have a shipload of guns that they would deliver to Ghana. And they would trade those guns for people. Now the people they gave those guns to were local people, Africans, Ghanaians. But those guns empowered the Ghanaians to capture others and bring them into slavery. So the English really created this whole market. They created the demand, and they created the means for doing it by bringing the guns and creating the demand. Then they took those same ships loaded with captives to all over, to South America, to the Caribbean, and to America. So let's say in this case to Charleston, West Virginia. Charleston, where's
North Carolina.
South Carolina, yeah. So let's say they took them in Charleston, South Carolina. So in Charleston, then they would sell the captives who became slaves, and you know, because of course we know that part of the history, to work in the fields and the like.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would trade that for the cotton or for the grown goods.
Yeah.
So they make some profit there. So they make some profit here. They make some profit here, and then they take that. So then, what do they fill their ships up with in Charleston? What do they fill their ships up with?
Cotton.
Cotton, tobacco.
And what else?
Tobacco.
Tobacco, right?
Goods.
So they bring that cotton and tobacco back to
And sugar.
England.
Yeah, and sugar, right, from the plant, from the sugar cane.
Yes, yeah.
So all those big crops in the Americas, right? The tobacco, the cotton, and the sugar cane, all those big crops were brought back. And so England, they had never tasted tobacco before. They were like going nuts over tobacco because then it grew here. You know, it was a foreign item for this. They were going nuts over tobacco. So this was the triangular trade that was going on. And every step of the way, it was killing people. Every step of the way.
Yes.
Whether it was the slavery component, whether it was the bringing the guns, whether it was the slavery component, whether it was bringing tobacco back, it was just this cycle of killing people. And so I wanted to share that because of what the woman on the plane said to me. You know, she was well aware of triangular trade. And how you know, Ghanaians and the local people had captured their own people, yeah. But you know, keep in mind, at least from my perspective, and that's, you know, be different than yours, that they didn't create that market. The English, the outside people created that market and the means to execute that market. You know, the guns.
Yeah.
And none of that would have existed.
And Lou, the bottom line of that was the slave trade. They used the guns and they used the tobacco and stuff, but the bottom line was human slavery trade.
Yeah. But it was also to keep that part of to make them rich. That's all they could see is all the trading done by slaves. They didn't have to pay them for their work at all. They just had kept them under their slavery terms. And they made all that money. They made money off of African Americans and the Indians. I'm not gonna say it wasn't the Indians. They did too. They took their land.
Yeah. All right. Well, and I know that obviously it's a very sensitive topic.
It is a very sensitive topic.
Have you been to the Black American Museum?
Oh yeah. Well, I went with the same friends I went to Cape Coast with. The guy who, Kofi, he said his name was. We both cried when we went he'd never been to Lincoln Memorial before, and then we went to the African American Museum together. And
yeah, that's the real history of the black man.
Yeah,
you will see just how many boats.
Yeah, this last paragraph is so informative. For nearly 40 years, the transatlantic trade fueled a massive population shift from Africa to America. The tremendous wealth and industrial strength of Western Europe and America was partially, built on the economics profits of this trade.
Enormous.
400 years.
Enormous.
Is that 400? I thought it was 40. I could
No,
400. Yeah, that's good information.
It's true.
You know?
That was a tip that was taken at Cape Coast from the castle. That's Ghanaian language right there.
Is it? Oh,
yeah, that's from Ghana.
Okay, I didn't read all of it, but I'm so glad to have read that much to get that information.
Yeah, but that Black American Museum, when it first opened, I got the tickets offline for not only me and my wife, when my wife was living, since my wife then passed a while back recently. I got the tickets offline for me and my other neighbors where I used to live at. And that museum, it was a nice trip. I gave them tickets too that I pulled up off the line and printed off my computer when the museum first opened.
Yes.
You should go again.
I want to say that.
I went with Hattie Holmes' senior citizen group. It was nice to go with when it was nice to see it. And I also went with my family. It's good. I felt good when I went in.
Take you about 10 trips. I've been about 7 so far.
That's great.
A lot to see.
It is. Can't see it in all one time.
No, you have to go back and look at some things again because it's so powerful.
It is powerful.
Yes.
Maybe we can organize a trip there coming out of this presentation.
Maybe so.
Yes.
It'd be nice.
We were thinking about doing a virtual trip there, like having one of the museum people guide us on Zoom.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
For those of us that can't really travel.
Well, Alex, maybe you can take up that idea, Alex Bell.
I can tell you one thing, if I may. You know that in Annapolis, Maryland, there is a memorial to Alex Haley and Kunta Kinte. And it is a beautiful memorial. And it makes you think back. We're talking about something that I learned about 30 some odd years ago. And you talk to a young person today, and our history people do not teach it anymore.
No, they don't.
They need to teach it. Knowledge is the best, next to love. Knowledge is the best thing a human being can have.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Well, folks, let me continue, or I won't be able to get to the trivia at the end, if that's okay.
All right.
Let's go.
I'd like to get that triangle trade in
Come on, y'all, let him talk then.
Okay, thank you.
I'll end up skipping a lot of this. This is our trip in the castle, and I'll skip a lot of this.
You did with mashed potatoes, and I was thinking about
I'll go to and then
yes, I got the seashell.
I wanted to pause right here. I wanted to share something because this was something really moving for me right here. Was when we left the castle and we went to the neighboring village, because as I mentioned a couple of times, the reason I didn't want to go back to Yalowka, Poland, was because all of my ancestors were gone and their way of life was wiped out. But then when I went to Ghana, I was astonished that the way of life of the local people was still pretty much the same as it's been for hundreds and hundreds of years. And it's a very seafaring culture. It's all about fishing. And a couple things really jumped out at me in the local villages there. The first thing that really jumped out at me was how strong the people were. I've been all over Africa, but never have I seen a people as strong as the people along the Ghana coast. they had their upper bodies were like, you know, incredible, and it didn't matter the age, whether they were young or old. And you know, that's hundreds and hundreds and thousands and maybe millions of years fishing with nets, where you have tremendous upper body strength to fish with nets. And so that was really astonishing to see the upper body strength of the people there. And then but mainly it was that the way of life was still so much the same. So if any of you ever have a chance, or if any of your children ever have a chance to go there, you know, I just like President Obama said, I mean, I just couldn't recommend it highly enough. You know, and from my perspective, you know, maybe don't blame the people there whose ancestors might have been involved in it, because they didn't create this thing, you know. And so, but you know, who am I to talk about this? So I'm going to share more about this village here. Incredible place. Sorry. Oh, this. This is one of the dungeons where people were.
This is the dungeon.
Yeah. I couldn't go in there.
No windows, only a little hole for air.
Yeah.
There was no toilet. Men and women were together. They would have to defecate in a ditch that flowed out of the wall.
You ready for the ship?
From here, you are going to the last room, and that room is called Palava Hall, where buying and selling of humans took place between Africans and the British. Any question? Yeah, that's the stock exchange. All right.
So you say this is the governor's bedroom or living room?
Living room.
Living room.
Governor's living room, bedroom.
That's how the governor of the complex lived.
All right, and then we go to the last room, that's the trading. This is the tunnel from the shrine room.
Okay.
I showed you the entrance, didn't I?
Yes.
Where it's the block.
Yes.
So the men pass through
the tunnel.
Instead of outside. Yeah.
Okay.
Out to the boat.
Yes.
So it goes forward like this.
And where's the departure room? The departure door, you said, of no return?
Yeah. We are heading to that place.
Okay.
Yeah, we are heading to that. There's another part of it. Another part of the
I know.
The slaves, the prisoners went underground.
Yep.
To here. You are. Can I take a picture of you? Is it okay?
Oh yes.
What is your name?
I'm Oscar.
Oscar, how are you? I'm Lou.
You are?
Lou.
Okay.
And this is my friend here.
Hello.
What's your name?
Steve.
Steve.
From Kenya.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm Patrick from Kenya.
Oh, Kenyatta.
Yes.
I'm not.
What kind of boat? Here's the village. These photos are from the village. Very moving.
Amazing that all the boys are here.
So much joy.
So much fun. All the boys are pushing the boats. They're the ones who want to receive the boats, start putting into the water.
The American kids think they have fun. I mean, this is incredible. Even a happy
day. The whole village came together to pull the boats out with that big rope.
Oh man. Take Oh goodness. Yeah, you have to be like them. You might have one shot. You have to take a shot here. The fish.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Sophia. I'm calling you from Elder Care. Can you hear me okay?
Nope.
Sorry, folks.
Ron, turn off.
Is innovation.
Innovation at the edge.
The beautiful thing about Africa is innovation.
Yeah.
You innovate everywhere, right where you are.
From the time you're young.
People here are
Seek
so
solutions all the time.
people here are so strong and fit too. You notice that?
You've noticed, yeah?
So
Everyone
strong,
is a
fit.
six-pack.
Yeah. Huge upper body strength.
Gym, Steve.
Gym, fishing.
I know you travel a lot. We need to work on the gym.
Yeah.
Goal for next year. We just live in Ghana too. Yeah? So by the time I come back, Nairobi, I would have shed off and saved a lot of money. We see multiple effects of coming to Ghana.
Collateral.
Yeah, collateral.
Impact.
Yeah.
We should put an ADP here.
There's impact.
Yes.
There's impact even on the guys from Nairobi from FSG.
At personal level.
Here's some pictures of the community. Again, the living the traditional way of life, fishing. And it's you see, look at this look at this guy right here. I mean, my gosh, look how fit he is at his age.
Mm-hmm.
He's mending his nets, and it's not just him, it's everybody. You know, everybody, even his age, were that fit. So that was remarkable. But I was really amazed how much into fishing the people were. It was just, you know, the whole way of life for thousands of years was living in the sea. And so here's just some more pictures. Again, look how fit everybody is, except me. Look at that! Look at that! You know, I'm not from Ghana. Okay, that's it. Oh my gosh, it's 1 o'clock. So that means it's Ghana trivia time. And any more thoughts? Any final thoughts about the video or about the presentation?
Thanks for sharing, Lou.
What's some more?
Yeah, thanks for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
My sister, I see why my sister enjoyed Ghana when she went over with some friends. Yeah. Do you say Ghana or Guyana?
Ghana.
Ghana.
Ghana. Ghana. Okay. She
Guyana,
loved it.
another country.
Yeah. But the only thing about we Americans, we're so used to light, you know, with the street lights coming on. And that's what she said. When it got dark, it gets dark.
Mm-hmm.
She said, they don't
That's
have
why-
no street lights.
That's why it's called the
But that's
dog
new part
continent.
continent, right?
What's it called?
The
The
dark.
dog continent.
Don't tell that
Yeah,
story.
you
Don't
said-
tell that story. That's not true.
What?
The
Well,
dark
actually-
continent. But anyway, go ahead.
Actually,
Alright.
that's a really interesting point. Most of the flights I took to even all the way down to the bottom of Africa
Uh-huh.
were at night, and it was amazing because it is dark.
Yes,
That-
but yeah.
you fly for hours and hours and never see a light. And then
That's right.
what's interesting is the light that you do see is orange and flickering. It's orange
Really?
and flickering. I mean, it's
Fire.
open fire.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, it's really fascinating.
Yes, it is. And my sister said you could really enjoy the stars at night because you
Oh,
can
yeah.
really see the
Mhm.
beautiful
And the cricket.
sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
She
Hey,
said,
Lou, I'm here to assist you, Lou.
Oh, thanks. Okay, here we are for Ghana trivia. Did everybody get their awards that I've given out so far?
"Oh, we get
Yes,
awards?
got it.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
got it.
yeah. Oh, the winners
I
get
didn't
awards.
write nothing down.
The winners get the awards.
Yes.
The winners?
Yeah.
For letting us
What
know.
about all of us taking part?
Yes, I know Ann got hers. I know a lot of you guys got all.
I got mine.
Okay, well, here we go again. We're giving out more necklaces and more bracelets. So here
I'll
we
take a
go.
bracelet.
Ghana trivia time. Okay.
I would read the question, Lou.
What does the name Ghana means?
What does the name Ghana mean? Anybody?
Dang.
Yep, season.
Chat the response. First one to chat the response correctly wins. You got to put it in the chat box. First one to chat the response.
I didn't know. I didn't pay attention to that.
Oh no, I didn't.
These are just general questions, you guys. General questions. What is the name?
I never gave this. This is where you use your iPad. Your Google.
It means
skills.
warrior king.
Yay! Who said that?
Oh, good
Oh,
job.
we can look it up.
Brenda.
I didn't know we can look it up.
Brenda, what you say?
The
Warrior king.
Yay,
Thank you,
Brenda.
Brenda. Good job.
Thank you.
Yay. Okay. And what do you want? A bracelet or a necklace? Alex, if you could write this down.
Yes, I'm here, Lou. I got it.
I'll take a necklace.
All right.
Necklace? Okay, necklace.
Thanks so much.
Okay, next one. What is Ghana's main agricultural export?
Cocoa.
Oh, who said that?
Oh, good job.
That's Harold.
Mr. Harold, yeah.
That was good. That was good.
Cocoa, you're
Has anybody ever seen what cocoa looks like on the tree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Big old nut.
Oh, hold on,
Like a
you gotta
pod.
see. You gotta see this. Hold on, you
It's a
gotta
big
see
pod.
There's a big old round brown nut.
A pod.
I thought it was a dried up pear tree. That's what I thought it was.
this. Check it out. You see it right here? You see it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we
Oh,
can see
yeah.
it.
There you go, right there.
It's not what you think it looks like. You know, you think it looks like Hershey bars or something. But it
No.
Oh, no.
Hey, Lou, I know how to. I've seen a video on how to
pear
actually
tree.
get the chocolate out of there. I know the step-by-step process of that.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You have to put those
Open up the
pods
nut.
in the oven. You got to roast them and take off the outer shell, and then ground up the leftovers.
I wonder how long it took to figure that out, you know?
Humans are amazing.
Yeah, it's
Other than that,
amazing.
is that white bitter chocolate?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's white bitter chocolate. Brown it for a year.
All right, whoever got that, what would you like, a necklace or a bracelet?
Yeah,
Necklace.
Mr. Harold. Thank you.
Necklace? Did I hear necklace?
Necklace is good.
Okay. All right, congratulations.
Good,
Yeah.
Mr.
Good job, Mr. Harold.
Okay, so that's it. Okay, next one. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
Ghana is
You did
the
it?
home of the world's largest maiden.
Is it Victoria?
What is the name? Yeah, it's a big.
It's not Victoria.
Victoria.
No, it's not Victoria. What's the name of the late?
Use your iPad. You can use Google.
I'm trying to find Google.
Yeah. Okay, Ghana is home to the world's
Is it
largest
Lake?
man-made lake.
It's AKO.
Volta, Lake Volta.
No.
Yay!
Oh.
Who said that?
Where
Good job,
Gracie,
good
where-
job, Gracie.
Volta.
Gracie, you got
Volta.
it. Gracie,
I
good
studied
job.
it. I had written the notes on what I studied, so I was able to find it in my notes.
Right on.
Oh, I know that's right, Gracie.
Right on.
All right, and then Gracie, would you want a necklace or bracelet?
Bracelet this time. I got a necklace before.
All right, make sure to mark it down, okay, Alex? So
Yes,
know-
Lou, I got it. Oh, you guys will be getting calls today, so thanks so much.
Okay, and the last question. I only have 4 prizes today. Last question.
What is the official
English.
language?
What is the official language of
Oh
Ghana?
my God, who was the
English.
first one to say that?
It was like 10
English.
people, Lou.
English.
Wilma, I said English.
I think it was Wilma.
Everybody.
I think it was Wilma.
Yes, it was.
That's fine.
All right, what do you want? A necklace or bracelet?
I'll take a necklace.
Thank you.
Thank
the way,
you.
Does everybody see what the here's what the braces look like? You can see what they look like. See?
Yes, you're spotlighted, Lou. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That was him.
I don't see it.
This is
I
made
don't
by
know.
this is made by a genuine Maasai woman from a very, very, very low income village. So you're actually helping her by getting this because I had to buy it. And then
is she from Ghana?
No, she's from Kenya. These are Maasai.
Oh, Kenya.
And then here's the necklaces. There's a whole pile.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Lou, are you gonna set us up where we can sell them like you asked last time?
Right, that's what I want to know.
Oh, really? Yeah. Alex saved your names. He sent them to me. I haven't had time to follow up because I just been so busy.
Okay.
But I would love to do that.
Okay.
Yes. Well,
All right. Well,
Miss Wilmington,
Do they have
Mr. Harold and
earrings?
Miss Gracie.
Yeah, they got earrings.
They have some earrings. I have rings. I could give out rings if you want. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time, yeah.
No, I mean to sell.
Oh yeah. I have some earrings, not many. I mainly have necklaces and bracelets. I have some very, very fancy necklaces that that you can sell.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, Alex, can we leave the mic open for a while until, just so people can talk if they want to? I've got to leave, but
yeah,
you all can stay on.
Yeah, Lou, you went a little after 1, so that's fine. 1:15 is good, for you to come on. But yes, let's congratulate Miss Wilmington, Miss Brenda, Mr. Harold, and Gracie for winning prize today.
Thank you. Thank you, Lou.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lou.
Let's thank Lou for having such a great session today.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you all for coming.
Lou, where are we going
Next week is Senegal, right, Lou?
Senegal, yes. Whole different area.
Okay.
Whole different area.
Senegal, home of the educators. I had an aide from Senegal.
Thank you, Lou. Okay.
Negative. All right. Talk to you later.
Thank you, Lou.
All right.
That was some good stuff.
Yeah, that was.
That's some real good stuff.
They're gonna mail the bracelets.